and welcome to the Luv MEESH Podcast. I am your host, Meesh. There are a billion people in the world, and I'm just one of them. And welcome to my podcast, where I'll share my thoughts, opinions, and ramblings, and sometimes I'll have guests, and no subject is off limits. So let the conversation begin. Mimi, go Mimi. It's the Meesha Podcast. Hey, go me, go Mimi. So it looks like it's going to be a part 2. What I was saying is the piece that I have, I'm not going to trade it for the world. I don't care what it is. Friend, relative, significant other, parents, whatever. Family, friends. No. Even my job, they want us to get the shot. So I turned in my religious exemption. If they don't accept that, I'm out. I'm sticking to my guns. I'm out. So sometimes you be so settled in your ways that you don't move. The universe probably got to help you move. So, if I'm not supposed to be here, then fine. Guide me. Tell me where I need to go. My resume is phenomenal. I'll be somewhere else. That's fine. It looks like they're wanting companies that have 100 or more to get the shot. But nowhere do I hear them. Not on the news, not on the radio, not even regular conversations. Are they talking about religious exemptions or medical exemptions? That is a news story. Why aren't you hearing that? Why are they hushing that? If you're not able to get the shot medically, here's what you do. If you have religious views against it, here's what you do. Why isn't that because they don't want that on the fucking pro. That's why it's programmed. I can't tell you the last time I looked at the news. Fuck the news. Fuck the weather too, because they're creating that. If I want to go for a walk, I just make sure it's not going to rain. But fuck it, it's all fake. It's supposed to be sunshine and sunny all the time. They make all this weather, all of it. That's how they make their money. I wouldn't be surprised if some of these tornadoes and floods and stuff is them too. One of the ships, one of the cargo ships, they had found weather technology on it. That didn't make news either. Thanks to Telegram, I saw the picture. It was also kids in there. Y'all heard me on the last podcast. It was kids on there. Who's putting kids in a cargo for how many miles at sea? And half of them died. More than half of them died. If that's not the slave trade, listen, y'all. Christopher Columbus, this shit been happening and it ain't gonna stop. They love sending bodies across the fucking water. And it seems like there's nothing nobody can do about it. I just found out that Nigerians are still selling slaves for $400. Why is this still going on? I don't want to be nobody's goddamn slave. Not even my employer. I have free will. I have a mouth. And I can say no. No fuck means no. I don't want to do it. Like, why are they trying to take that away from us? I'm not a cattle. I'm not a cow, a pig. I don't know. I just be getting annoyed, aggravated. Okay. Let me come back. Let me bring it back. Wheel it back in. I was in a country working when a coworker told me about. Now, after being listened a lot of information, I suggested it was the cabal members and the government who did it. They planned and placed all the explosives in the buildings, and with holograms, they showed the airplanes. They were colluded with the media to be prepared to record the hologram airplanes, the picture news, and so on. Now, I agree with that. When you hear things and when you say things, your body can either agree with it or disagree with it. They haven't taught us how to tune in with your body, but your body know. The next person says, to mock the world and Jesus, because this is his real birthday, and I didn't know that, 9/11. While we celebrate in December, they mock us again by having orgies and sacrifice animals and children. There you go. People not making this shit up. And I noticed everything that we celebrate is a slap in the face. Martin Luther King, you assassinated him. And y'all got us thinking we're celebrating his life. No, you're celebrating the fact that you killed him. See how twisted that is? Y'all sacrificed Jesus, and you got us thinking we're celebrating his life. No, you're celebrating the fact that you crucified him. Like, all of these holidays are wicked. They don't celebrate the good ones for good intentions. I don't know. It's just really, 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 really twisted. It's almost like, I want you to remember what the fuck I did. Would you want to remember your loved one every time over and over and over and over? Like, damn, that shit is never going to get buried? No, they want it to stay in the forefront of your mind. They don't want you to get no ideas to be another Martin Luther King. You see what happened to him, but not do it. You get what I'm saying? It's like it's really a message. It's really a message. You see, Malcolm X ain't get celebrated. The Black Panther don't got no holiday. Harriet Tubman ain't got no fucking holiday. And to be honest with you, do they celebrate the Holocaust? No, the fuck they don't. They don't want to remember that shit. It's like a slap in the face. But they got us around here celebrating assassinations and shit. I don't look at nothing the same anymore at all. We so fucking programmed. Program your ass right to the slaughterhouse. All right, so the next person said, I didn't believe 9/11 was an inside job from our government for a long time, but now reading and seeing what's going on these days and what they're trying to do, I don't trust anyone. And if I were to end the podcast, I would end it right there, because it's 100% how I feel. I did not even know the government was like that. You know, they got all these games, or good guy, bad guy. No, let's make a true game where sometimes the good guy and the bad guy is sitting right next to each other on the same team. I wouldn't be surprised if in football or basketball, you got people that's supposed to fumble balls and miss shots and shit. You get what I'm saying? It just makes you look at everything completely different. Everything. Some people married to the whole spy agent and don't even know it. It's the world we live in. And then it makes me question, well, was Ali assassinated? It's amazing how planes get from destination A to destination B every day. We go to the plane, we go to the airport without fear, and we make it to our destinations. But out the blue, here and there, planes just crash. The plane just didn't, 9/11, those planes just didn't crash midair, did they? No, they had to hit something. So this is what I say. Planes just keep mysteriously crashing, but yet air travel happens every day without a crash. Explain. Even car crashes happen because of human error. In most cases, drunk driving, going too fast, or in some instances, car recalls. But they do make it their business to contact people with cars to tell you that it's an error, so you can take your car to the shop and get it fixed. They do try to do that. I give them their props for that. But I said, if you ask me, laser beams blow them up. We all know you can hire a hitman. Like, that's not just on the movies. That's real life. So my question is, who has money like that to hire a hitman that can take out of a plane, or that can take down businesses? So you got to have them $2 trillion, huh? So, and then my second question, B, what does that person know that they must be killed? I feel like Aaliyah was going to expose R. Kelly. And I think R. Kelly is tied to a lot of people, just like Epstein. And Epstein went to jail, R. Kelly went to jail. They killed Epstein, so they say. And now we know the guards lied. You ain't hear nothing else about that, now have you? All this top secret shit. And we ain't seen nobody go to jail connected to Epstein yet. So I've been hearing that they are in galactic court. I'm trying to figure out why we don't know that there's a galactic court. Shit, who are the judges, attorneys, and jury members of this galactic court? Why aren't we talking about this stuff? And then, so was Kobe Bryant, Michael Jackson. I mean, the list goes on. Prince. You know, where they assassinated? Did they know so much? Who else I was listening to? I had just found out about Mac Miller. Talking about overdose. What the fuck? These niggas be doing drugs every night and don't overdose. How did just all of a sudden overdose? You know, I believe that's a lie. Alcoholics know their limit. And druggies know their limit. Even weed heads know their limit. When you take drugs, you know what your limit. You know that's your vice. You know it. That's your choice of poison. You know it in and out. Like, come on. I don't. Every time I hear that, okay, you're just telling me inside fucking job, and it's so sad. And then us regular people on the bottom, we die for unhealthy choices. But the big guns, they die because they have classified top secret information. And they, you know, if you got 1 million followers and you give some top secret information to your 1 million followers, that's risky. But if you a nobody on a low level, you know, they can cover that up real quick. Nobody gonna know. It be the people that know the most people. Them the ones they be getting rid of. The government is so advanced that they can give you cancer. They can show up at your house like they're FedEx and kill you, your son, your husband. They can say that you committed suicide. They can say that you overdosed. I don't think people get it yet. The enemies aren't always a stranger. It's the closest people to you. They could be undercover CIA, FBI. They can plant any lie. And they control the news, so the reporters are just going to report what they're being paid to do. And that lie just spreads like wildfire. Now, I was a juror. And from jump, the man could have easily went to jail. You killed somebody, go to jail. But we had to have a whole trial to prove that this man was guilty because of the innocent until proven guilty. Oh, shit. And I just felt it was so bizarre. But I thank God for the experience. We got to see pictures that no one saw. We got to see evidence that no one saw. We got to hear all the testimonies unscripted, not just the little sound bites that are played. And we knew firsthand, within our hearts and our souls, what was wrong. But that could be tricky too, because you have some jury members that were prejudiced and they knew that man was wrong and they wanted him to get off. So that jury experience taught me that people are still prejudiced because of the color of your skin to this day. And that the law system ain't shit. It ain't. And I knew that when the OJ trial went on. And whatever OJ girl did, she had to go. She had, whatever happened, I don't know if it was an affair or whatever the have you, she fucked up and they got rid of her ass. And when everything pointed at him, they got him off. And that told me right then, government ain't shit. That was my first experience of government ain't shit. If you got money, if you know the right people, you good. Don't worry about a fuck thing. You can live the most dangerous, evil, heinous life ever and you good. But the moment you step on the wrong toes, somebody done collect the evidence and they gonna throw you under the bus. I don't want to play that type of game. You mean tell me if I don't kiss enough ass, y'all gonna expose me when we all dirty? Which is why I say just go ahead and play clean, because that's how the universal laws are. You on the wrong side of the fence. Your angels, your ancestry guides can't help you because you on the wrong side of the fence. Your energy ain't clean. That karma is following you. So sometimes it be your own self. So just listen to these news stories and stuff. When you know, and I think we don't be knowing because we don't know these people from Adam or Eve. But when you know somebody, you know their characters. You know what they fucking capable of. So you know when you hear a lie, you know when, yeah, that's my nigga. He would do that. Yeah, that's my homegirl. She would do that. You know. You don't have to have no jury or nobody or no evidence to tell you. You just know your person. My question is, since we're going to take people to trial, who's going to trial for stealing a native's land? There's so much corrupt in the world. Just double check everything. Don't just take it for face value. Even the Bible says the devil is the author of lies. So why doesn't the church teach people how to detect lies? But the government does. I be on YouTube, you know how it sends videos, how to know when someone's lying. That need to be in the church 101. If the devil is so much of a liar, then the best way to defeat his ass is to know all lies. Know how to detect lies. And you know whenever you in front of a devil. Hello? But no, I've never heard that in church. Have you? So this leads me to Philip Marshall. He was an air flight... No, not Philip Marshall. First, I'm going to talk about Rebecca Roth. She was an air flight attendant, and she revealed what really happened on 9/11. Her book is called Methodical Illusion. I cannot wait to get it. I heard her interview where she talks about it, but I want to be able to read the book for myself, so I'm so excited. It's a trilogy, so it's 3 books, but I only have the name for the first one, Methodical Illusion. She's alive and well today. Her and her husband. You want to know why? She did not give names, places, and stuff like that. She had to make a complete fictional book with characters, you know, different everything. It's a lot of fiction with facts in it. That's how she was able to still be alive today. I'm gonna just put it like that. However, Philip Marshall was a former airline captain and author of books that exposed the official 9/11 narrative as a lie. So since he didn't put it in fiction format with fictional characters and just sprinkle the truth in there, weeks after his book was released, he was found dead with a gunshot wound to his head, along with 2 teenage kids and their family dog in their California home. Now, let me tell y'all how they spun this story. I'm going to let you hear the clip.
Relatives and friends stunned by a violent crime in Calaveras County. Investigators say a father killed his 2 teenage sons before turning the gun on himself.
Investigators believe their own father, Philip Marshall, shot them, the family dog, then turned the gun on himself.
Philip Marshall was an author, but he was also a commercial airline pilot. After 9/11, he looked at that whole situation and he decided it could not have happened the way the government said it happened.
He had said to his friends, his private, very close friends, that he was worried that his family would be targeted by government agents.
The real question is was this actually a murder-suicide, as the police say, or was it some kind of assassination, possibly a national security assassination?
Relatives and friends stunned by a violent crime in Calaveras County. Investigators say a father killed his 2 teenage sons before turning the gun on himself.
Investigators believe their own father, Philip Marshall, shot them, the family dog, then turned the gun on himself.
A shocking event that devastated a family and a community, leaving many questions to those who knew Philip Marshall. It's a tragic tale that gives rise to questions about what really happened.
Philip Marshall was an author, but he was also a commercial airline pilot. He flew contract missions for the Central Intelligence Agency, and this was in the early 80s, and he was involved in the what was called the Iran-Contra scandal. He, for example, flew one of the principals in that whole episode, a guy named Barry Seal. After Barry Seal lost his own license to fly, Phil Marshall would fly him on missions for the Drug Enforcement Administration and the Central Intelligence Agency.
The FBI has instructed local police departments to treat anyone harboring conspiracy theories about the 9/11 attacks as a potential terrorist. What did Marshall Phillips do? He wrote books promoting conspiracy theories.
So see how they be lying? The first reporter gonna talk about his 2 sons. You can't even get the story right. And then this man has family, friends, neighbors that know his character. What was suspicious to me was the wife. Whether they was going through divorce or not, her ass is alive. And I think if a real mother knew that her kids was in danger, she would get them out of danger. That's a hateful woman to let her kids be in the line of fire like that. I personally feel like she knew what was up. She saved herself. And she probably was paid off. Because, think about it. There's husband and wife. You know, they talk about things. Whatever he discovers, you know, you have pillow talk and stuff. So, if I have to get rid of somebody, it's going to be the whole fucking family, right? But when somebody usually gets away, it's like, you must be the traitor. You the informant. Which, you know, she probably was. If I'm hiring this man to help me smuggle drugs and shit, I might have a plant FBI agent, whatever, flirt with him and marry him and have kids with him. Shit, I probably would go to high lengths. Just think about it. As humans, we all have the same thoughts. It's just some act on them and some don't. That's it. If you really wanted to be a kingpin, you would be one. If you really want to be around here raping people, you would be one. If you want to be a serial killer, you would be one. We all have the same capabilities. We just have that free will and that choice to act on different things. That's all. So when he get too close to the fire, she gonna report back to me. And alright, it's time to get rid of his ass. End of story. Operation goodbye. And make sure she's out of the way. And damn, her kids too. That's a hurtful bitch. I just found that extremely odd. That I put a clip of a movie here, and in the movie it made it seem like she was concerned. Are you okay? Are the kids okay? Nah. I don't believe that for one bit. She got cut a deal. And they probably wasn't supposed to kill the kids. But as you can see with them indictments, they sure killed their lady husband and child. So kids is not off limits, apparently. Shit, they trafficking kids and doing everything. Ain't no, I guess, you know, hey, if you on that dark side, maybe you don't got no rules. You don't got no consciousness. You do whatever the fuck you want to do, apparently. I just thought it was strange that I feel like when they murder people, it's like they know. Knowledge is the money, y'all. Knowledge really is the gold. They got us thinking gold is gold. If you have the knowledge on how to mine that gold, you're more. If you know the earth, you know Mother Earth, you know where that gold at, you're more valuable than gold itself. You get what I'm saying? If I know how to grow weed and, you know what I mean, I am the money. It's knowledge. They got us thinking everything external, but it's really internal. It's you. You are the millionaire. It's your mind, what you do with that mind. All of these billionaires, trillionaires, they didn't become billionaires and trillionaires from whatever school they went to, from different contracts and this, that, other. No, it's the knowledge that they have. The knowledge to sell things or to swindle people or to lie. I don't know. Some good lawyers are good liars. There's no way I can sit next to a rapist and defend him, bitch. You did the fuck what? And I commend some lawyers because they pretend like they're going to help that man when they're really putting his ass under the bus. And I think that's how that game should go. If you going to be deceitful and lie, let it be like that. You get what I'm saying? Shit. Okay. Let's see. I thought so the difference between Philip and Rebecca is Rebecca made up a whole false scenario and sprinkled the truth in there. And Philip just gave it to us straight. No chaser. And Rebecca's still alive, but Philip and the damn kids is dead. So this is the type of government that we have. These are the type of people that we're dealing with. Keep your mind. And in the movie, because I don't know, in the movie, 2 FBI agents came to him and they wanted some pictures that he had. And he said, no, fuck off. And he's like, all right, you sure you want to go that route? That was his warning. And from my point of view, he should have shipped them kids off then. Like, I got agents knocking on my fucking door. It's not safe anymore. Y'all need to go with your mom. But I don't know. Sometimes you're not supposed to speak until you're in that situation. Maybe he didn't have enough time. They probably said, I went right to the back and out on them. But they shot the dog too. So if I'm gonna commit suicide, there's no way I'm gonna kill the kids, kill myself and the dog. Like, the dog can't see what the dog gonna tell somebody what I did. It just didn't make sense. It was like, make it make sense. That dog was fucking barking. Somebody trying to get the fuck in. The daddy went to go see why the dog was barking. Boom, the daddy's gone. They got silencers, so the kids looking at TV, or they probably was fell asleep looking at TV, and they killed them too. Now I'm a little confused because some people said they heard gunshots, but then they said it was a silenced gun. Last time I checked, you're not supposed to hear a silenced gun. So I don't know. The point is, he knew something, or he had something on somebody's head that was worth a lot of money. See what I mean by that knowledge? He could have been paid a pretty penny for the knowledge that he had. And with him, he gonna tell the whole world, right? What the real deal is, straight no chaser. So they had to get rid of him. But see, I think now, while they're shutting down the internet and stuff, I don't have to send a message top secret. I can get on Facebook Live and expose something. I can get on Instagram Live. I can get on these things live right now, and it goes to millions of people, not just here, but around the whole world. So now they can't really control situations like they want to, which I think that's why they made these sites. Because before MySpace, Facebook, and all that, we was just randomly on the internet, like AOL or whatever, in chat rooms. It was more random. But then we started signing up to these sites, and these sites have rules and regulations. So you mean tell me that I can say, hey, you can just take your vitamin C, your vitamin D, your zinc, and ivermectin, and you're good. You won't have any COVID. And you're going to take that shit down, and I'm around here saving motherfucking lives? What the fuck? I don't trust the government like that. I don't know why people are. I don't trust the social media network like that. I don't know why people are. And I don't trust news people like that. And I don't know why people are. You mean to tell me that I can be saving lives and you're shutting that shit down? That means you're shutting the doctors down too. And last time I checked, they swore an oath to save lives. So I commend everybody leaving these jobs. I commend every doctor that's stepping down. I can recommend all the scientists. Do you know these people are putting their lives and their careers? Do you know how much debt I see from these doctors and nurses and stuff? Yeah, they make a lot of money so they can pay that money the fuck back. And they're risking all of that, have 6-figure homes, $1 million homes, and they're risking all of that to tell you the truth, to wake you the fuck up, and your ass still sleep. I don't get it. I don't get it. They don't teach us to question anymore. You don't question anything. You just do as you're told. You're a walking soldier. You do as you're told. Or you're a paid hit. You're a paid bribe. If you don't do this, I'm going to take your job, or I'm going to take your money. You're paid. You didn't do it you didn't do it because you wanted to do it. You didn't do it because you knew it wasn't going to harm you health-wise. You did it because they offered you a fucking bonus, and they said it was going to take your job if you didn't do it. Well, fuck you, fuck your bonus, and fuck your job. I don't agree with anything like that. It's like stand for something or fall for anything. Well, I look around and all I see is falling bodies. You're getting screwed. No condom. And even if you did take it, you're still not even taking the time to look up remedies to try to save yourself. The stuff that I heard brought me to tears. The conversations that I have with my sister brings me to tears. Some people say you sold your soul. Some people say they're going to turn on 5G and they're going to control you. But the doctors and the scientists have confirmed that little tiny clots are building up all over your body. All to 23 organs. You have 2 to 3 years to live. Kiss your husband as many times as you want. Kiss your kids as many times as you want. Hell, see your grandkids. Because 2 to 3 years, your ass is grass. Who signs up for that? Who signs up for any experiment anyway? You lost me at experimental, bitch. You're not gonna put no. You lost me at the ferrets. All the ferrets died. You lost me at fetal cells. Where are these fetal cells coming from? Planned Parenthood. All of this stuff is satanic. I don't think you're gonna be able to sit in God's face and say, I took a vaccine with fetal cells to save my life. No, because they don't taught you, Lord, forgive me for my sins, and you're good. That's a lie, too. You don't get forgiven for your sins. That's what karma is. You eat the karma of everything that you do. Live by the sword, die by the sword. If God forgave you and you shot somebody, you wouldn't die getting shot. That shit came right back around, didn't it? Boomerang. But nah, God supposed to forgive you of your sins. And to me, I started thinking like religion is like kind of bullshit. You mean tell me I could be the number one serial killer, number one rapist, and right before I die, oh Lord forgive me, and I'm good? What the fuck? I don't want to be a part of any religion like that, because think about it. You gonna be in heaven right next to the fucking murderers and rapists. Y'all all going to the same place. You ever thought about that? Fucked up, ain't it? No. I want to live consciously right and morally right and know that when it's my time to go, when I meet Creator, I'm good. I learned what I could learn. I did what I wanted to do. What up? What's my next? Where we going next? Because all that shit apparently going to play back. And whatever your sentence is going to be, it's like, damn. You mean tell me that you created COVID in this lab and all these bodies died? What kind of karma and what kind of hell would that be? Have mercy on your soul. And not just you. Every doctor that gave a shot. Every nurse that gave a shot. Every hospital that put that person on ventilator. A lot of people is walking around here with blood on their hand. Every celebrity that stood up and said, get the shot. All the politicians, all the family members and friends, all the parents. Y'all going to hell for sticking these babies. You could have put your baby in homeschool. Stop being lazy. They on the cell phone and the computer all day, every day. They can listen to her and do their homework. And you can be a little bit more hands-on. Why would you regret a chance to homeschool your child? Like, sometimes I get angry, like, God, you really gave these people kids. You really did. And they will never know or understand how ungrateful that is. And then that's okay, because a lot of these kids are going to grow up and they're going to give you their ass to kiss. Because just because you're a child, you're only a child for 18 years. You grow up and you remember every fucking thing. And your mind has to develop so you know right from wrong. You know your parents fucked up too. See that I'm grown and I'm your parent, it don't last long. Because at the end of the day, wrong is wrong. And guess what? Your ass get old. Who supposed to wipe your ass? Rebecca, that don't give a fuck, that's trying to get a check and don't care if your ass eat or not for the day, or your child who you loved and cared for, and now they're going to do the same thing for you on your way out. Oh, okay, that karma thing is real. That karma thing put a lot of people on their ass. Okay, so let me keep going. Stop expecting people who couldn't figure out 9/11 after 20 years to see through the pandemic. And I like that. It's definitely a plan. You guys better look up Agenda 2030. Okay? They made a whole book about it. They put this shit in our face. We call it fictional movies and laugh about it. And next thing you know, it's knocking on your front door and nobody prepared. Because you fucking sleep sheep zombies. I'm sick of the shit. And when the shit hit the fans, I ain't gonna have nothing for nobody. I'm glad I've been hearing podcasts saying, you know, stop trying to warn people. Those days are over. You know, keep preparing yourself. Because it is what it is. They had their chance to wake up. They didn't want to wake up. God can send you help so many times. And I'm pretty sure he's going to say, okay, you don't want help. Just like you. You only going to help a person so many times until you wash your hands. Am I right or wrong? This is life. And then people still wake up, they see the lies, and they still play the damn game. You know they're killing you with this food, and you still don't care. Your ass almost had diabetes, and you still don't fucking care. They're killing you. Or they're helping you kill yourself. Because nobody has a gun at anybody's head at self-checkout. Sure don't. I just don't understand. And even if, let's say, just because I went vegan, so what? If I wasn't vegan, I wouldn't eat chicken and meat as much. You know, if I did red meat, it wouldn't be on the menu as much. I would stick more to chicken and fish, and I wouldn't do as much. I would try to do more fruit and vegetables. I say, shit, I need meat, but let me not do too much. People don't even do that. You got meat on your plate every night and wonder why you got a belly. Your body never gets a chance to digest that meat. Look up how long it takes to digest meat. Look at the parasites that come out of that meat. Your intestines is full of bugs and worms and all of that shit. That's talking about a stomach ache. That ain't no damn stomach ache. That's them damn worms and bugs wreaking havoc. And instead of telling American citizens or the world the truth, they give you a medicine that turns off those nerves. So now them worms is really living it up. Oh, they partying, they living their life, YOLO, right in your intestines. And then they finally gonna eat a hole full of that shit. And that's called leaky gut. Do you know what leaky gut is? Your bowels are going through your body now. And shit going through your body is going to cause problems in other places. Okay? And that's where disease comes from. From what you put in. The negative things that you put in are negatively affecting your body. Because it's really supposed to be an in and out process, just like a baby. You give a baby a bottle, a few minutes later, it's coming out. That's how your food should be. Increase your water, increase your smoothies, increase your juices. That's where I'm at now. Trying to do more smoothies and juices so that I have more liquids in the day than solids. And with this 5G coming on and that energy is going through your body, it's eating up that water faster. So you should be drinking more. If you was doing a gallon before, you should be doing 2 gallons now. And be careful with the water because you can drown yourself. But I'm just trying to say, with the 5G going through your body, you have to replace the water that much faster. And here recently, correct me if I'm wrong, I've been having a hard time breathing. Like, why does it seem like it's not enough oxygen in the air? Spirit advised me to get some peroxide, food grade peroxide. Look it up on YouTube, and you can put it in your water and you can drink it. I haven't got to that part yet because you're supposed to use purified water, and I haven't went to Walmart and got any purified water yet. Matter of fact, I'm going to do that today. But I have a diffuser, and I put the drops in the diffuser, and I have the air, and I just breathe it in during the day. Because it's putting more oxygen in your body. And if you guys didn't know, oxygen will help your cells fight off all types of disease and bacteria. It's really oxygen. Which is why they're knocking down the trees. And I don't know if you saw, there's a machine that's trying to get carbon out of the air. What? We're supposed to be carbon beings. The trees, we emit carbon, the trees emit oxygen. It's a back and forth. Like, now they're going to mess up that whole cycle. Before long, we're going to be buying air. You heard it here first. You heard it here first. The machines with the air in it, everybody going to have it on their back like a motherfucking backpack with the thing over our nose. And whoever owned that going to be a trillionaire. They already bottle water. What do you mean bottle water? It's a stream everywhere. We should be getting water for free. If anything, we should have to pay for the container to put the water in. And with all of these filters, why can't I just go to a stream and filter my damn water? Or they want to pollute the water so you can't do it that way either. The whole system, I've been over it. But if you didn't think I was over it before, it's a whole new me, a whole new level of fuck this shit. I'm really over a lot of things. And I already don't have patience. So I really don't have patience for the ignorance at this point. So here's another message. A new text message reveals the 2nd Battalion, 1st Marines were given a countdown before the Kabul airport bombing. It started about 2 hours out and they are now being silenced. So, Y'all know civilians and those the 13 Marines that 13 soldiers that died, but they had a 2-hour countdown. That's an inside job, y'all. How you get a warning about something that's coming? The only person that can warn you is the person that did it. Come on. If I'm gonna break in your car, if somebody say, you might not want to park your car here tonight. Why? And then you find out that people was breaking it. It was a whole bunch of vandalism. Oh, so you knew who was breaking in people's cars and you was looking out. Like, come on. Make it make sense. So, I think that's another distraction that's trying to get us to be mad and want to go to war at them. And I hear that selection is coming up for women to have to go to the military, and I'm not. I think they said $250,000 fine or jail. Baby, give me jail. 3 years. I'm not fighting for a lie. I'm not killing somebody that didn't do anything to me. Like, make it make sense. You can literally, you lying on celebrities, you lying on everyday people, you're framing people all the time. What makes me think you're not going to frame a war? And I think that's why they stopped that show, Scandal. If you have time, if you love a good show, go watch Scandal. She knew what was going on. She knew how to get her people out, cover that shit up, and kept it moving. It was too close to the truth, and they shut that shit down. In that show, it was falsified election. Hey, love. Sorry to interrupt. This is getting a bit long, so we're going to turn this into part 3. So click on the next podcast to hear the part 3 of 9/11. But if no one has told you today that they love you, let me be the first. No matter what time of day it is, I love you, and I hope you have a better than great day. Stay alert. Learn. Try to learn something new every day, and keep your vibes high. Bye.
Thanks a billion for listening. You can reach me on other social media platforms at www.linktr.ee/luv.meesh. I hope you have a better than great day. Love ya. Talk to you later. Mwah. Bye. Go Mimi. It's the Meesha Podcast. Hey. Go me. Go Mimi.